Kimberly Guilfoyle, the fiancée of Donald Trump's favorite son, Donald Trump Jr., went on Newsmax this week to defend her future father-in-law from the indictments that he received on Monday in Georgia, and ended up making him appear to be one of the worst criminals the United States has ever seen. Because Kimberly Guilfoyle decided, by the way, she's a former attorney. Like, she knows the law enough to at least pass the bar and get her license, but she actually compared Donald Trump to former mafia don John Gotti, the former head of the Gambino crime family. And let me just read it. I don't even want to paraphrase it because it's so ridiculous. This is on Newsmax. She goes, "It's just absolutely ridiculous. And John Gotti, okay? Can you imagine RICO, okay, violations? John Gotti never even had 4 indictments at once. There's no mob boss, let alone they do this to President Trump." And she was trying to use that as an example of, hey, look how ridiculous it is. He got hit with more charges than a mob boss does. But all that did was remind the public that he got hit with more charges than a mob boss does. That's not a comparison you want to make. Like, hey, this guy that was killing people, even he didn't get as many indictments as my future father-in-law. Oh, no. Like, what an idiot. And by the way, you're also wrong about that. Because John Gotti ended up getting indicted on more than 4 charges. They were, in 1992, 5 murders, conspiracy to commit murder, racketeering, obstruction of justice, tax evasion, illegal gambling, extortion, and loan sharking. So if you count all the 5 murders as one, you're still looking at 8 different indictments. That's literally twice as many as what you said he never got. And if you count all the murders separately, obviously we're up into the double digits at that point, up to 13. So, yeah, maybe next time, Kimberly, do your homework a little bit. It really didn't even take me that long to find this information. Literally about 30 seconds. I mean, a quick Google search is going to get you exactly what you need most of the time. But you couldn't be bothered with that because you wanted to make a point that your future father-in-law was being treated worse than a mob boss. But in the end, all you did was remind people that Donald Trump has allegedly committed so many crimes that even a mob boss in comparison looks tame. That's what you did. I know you didn't mean to, but that's what happens when you don't think before you speak. You end up saying stupid things that remind the public that your future father-in-law is facing 91 different felony charges. Anywhere between 712 and 727 years in prison if convicted and given the maximum, which of course won't happen, but the man is looking at centuries in prison, okay? That's a pretty big deal. And you're right. He is getting more indictments than mob bosses usually get because he ran his entire presidential administration and, based on the indictments, pretty much ran his company the same way that a mob boss would. And just like them, you can only get away with it for so long before justice finally comes knocking down your door. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.